Now there's a couple things we're gonna have to do now. Okay, I got all that nice and dry. And see, there's three round things down there. And that's the top of a long bolt. And there's a slot in there. If you had a big screwdriver, you could unscrew those, because we gotta take those out. There's a nut underneath the tank. Let's see if I can show it to you. See right there? Actually, not that one. That one. Right there. Right here. There's three of those. And because I don't have a big, huge, long screwdriver, I'm just going to take it off there. This one here, incidentally, that's for the toilet seat. So we don't have to mess with that one, do we? But there's going to be three of these. There's one here. And then there's another one on the other side of the toilet. Where is it? There it is. And then there's one in the back. Right there. We've got to take those out. And see, there's I don't know if you can see that. There's a bushing in there. And those bushings have probably failed. They're old. They're going to have to be replaced. So we've got to take that. The only way to do that is we've got to take this tank off. Before we undo those bolts, what else do you suppose we got to do? See that down there? This I call the water fill valve. And down at the bottom is where the water comes in from the wall. You look underneath the toilet here and see that's connected right there, goes down, snakes on down to the water valve. Now remember, I've got the water valve turned off, so now I've got to unscrew that. And usually that's hand tight, this here. And we can take that off. Because when we take the tank off, we've got to have this out of the way too, right? Okay? Like that. Now we can get ready to undo those bolts. All right, so I'm going to loosen up those bolts. It's kind of a tight fit in here. You know, does Joe have to show you every single second what he does? I hope not. I think you're smart enough to understand what I'm going to do next. I've got to take those three screws out. And then I'm going to gently pull those up out of there. And we're going to see if we can take this tank out. Now I'm here all by myself, so I hope I don't break this tank, because the last thing I want to do is have to come back and replace this entire toilet. You know, you got to be careful. Watch what you're doing. Voila. I'm going to take this little crescent wrench and I'm going to undo those nuts underneath this tank. Now if I can't get them, and if they start spinning or something, then I can take a slotted screwdriver and put it down here and hang on to those nuts or the bolts down there so that I can twist the nut off of here. Because sometimes they get rusty, and if it's rusty too much, you may not be able to get the bolt off all the way without the whole unit, the whole bolt starting to spin because it's rusty, and I may not be able to get this nut off. You know what I mean? Then you put the screwdriver down in there, hold that, and then do this at the same time. You can do it. I know you can. If you're working with another person, they can kind of hang on to this tank. Last thing you want to do is undo all the nuts underneath here and not be careful what you're doing. You could knock this off. So what I'm doing here is I'm loosening up the screws all the way around, and I'm not taking it off just yet. I'm going to have it all loose. Then I can kind of sit up here like this and take the rest of the nuts off, you know, and be real careful when I pull this off. I'll be right back to you. I got those nuts off and I'm just about ready to see if I can't pull this off, but I wanted you to see this too. See where the flapper valve is, where the flapper ball is, there's a ring around here, and I'm hoping I don't have to undo that. I don't think I do. Now there's a gasket under there, and I'm hoping it's not leaking from around that. Then I'm gonna have a problem, because I've got to have a special wrench to get that off. I'm hoping it's leaking from one of these nuts, you know, and then the water coming down right there, running across here, dripping down on the floor. So we'll see. But I think the tank will come straight up now. I think this is just attached to the tank, and I don't think it's attached to the toilet bowl down underneath there. We'll see. Cross my fingers. Like I said, I don't do this every day. And neither do you. That's why I wanted you to see if I can do it, you can do it. You know, that's what this channel is all about. Have you forgotten that? I'm not going to show you anything I can't do myself, and anything I don't think you can do, I'm not going to show. All right? Remember that. All right, let's see if I can't lift this up. There he has it. I should be able to lift it straight up now, right? Okay, cross my fingers. There it is. Cool. Now the next trick is set this somewhere where it's not going to crack. Put it down on a towel, on a mat, something. Don't put that on the hardwood floor, the linoleum, maybe carpet, or put a towel under there. You don't want anything leaking and all that. You know, last thing we want is for that tank to break. Have you seen your toilet like this before? See, it comes off in 2 pieces. Most toilets do come in 2 pieces, but you can buy 1-piece units nowadays. You know, I'm just gonna clean this. I may scrape this with a putty knife. Just want to make sure this is all nice and clean, ready for the next install. All right, so I'm going to scrape around there with my putty knife, get that all nice and ready. Be careful not to scratch it. Get too far around it. I guess if you get a little hairline scratch, it's not going to hurt it, right? Because it's underneath here. Okay, I'm just going to keep cleaning this. Make sure, too, you wipe up your floor. I got to wipe up the floor while all this water was, too, so I don't slip in it or something. You know, I'll do that too while I'm cleaning all this. Because if you got a ridge around here somewhere, when you put the toilet all back together, it could leak just because of that. You know, the last thing we want, right? That's pretty good, but I think I'll take a sponge and clean that with some cleaner and a little scouring pad. Might as well get it all nice and clean now, right? Before I put it back together. Do a good job. That's looking better. Clean up everything on the floor. Oh, did I tell you? At the same place, there's 3 faucets that need to be replaced. The owners here like me so much, they want me to do that too. Yeah. Well, you know, probably gonna make a video of that too. Take out an old bathroom faucet, the whole guts and everything, and put a brand new one in there. Brand new pop-up valve, hook up the P-trap, the water lines, all that kind of stuff. We'll get into that later. Watch for it on my channel. I think That's about it that I can do over there. Now, to tackle the tank, take a closer look here. Let's see what we're going to do next. I just had a bath mat there and I flipped it upside down so the rubber side is up. That way I don't make a nice old mess on the nice bath mat. Take care when you're handling the toilet tank and the lid. That's all I have for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.